Hello everybody. Welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. A happy new year to all of you out there as well. As always, a fun way to support the channel is by leaving a like, by leaving a comment, or by subscribing if you have not already done so. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. It says today marks the 13th year since Bitcoin's creator, Satoshi Nakamoto, mined the Genesis block or block 0 of the Bitcoin network, and for the first time mined a reward of 50 BTC back on Monday. I assume that's Mon. 2009. Fast forward to 2022, the Bitcoin network shows no signs of slowing down by reaching a new all-time hash rate of 207.5 million terahashes per second. That sounds like a lot. The Bitcoin hash rates, which correlates to the strength of the network based on the number of active participants, saw a temporary downtrend after China banned citizens and businesses from pursuing crypto mining and trading activities for the 5th time, and for some reason people still cared. As a direct result of China's blanket ban on crypto, a sudden surge, short of whatever, you can read. Anyway, so the point is, yes, this is popular news, if you want to say that. Bitcoin's network has officially been around for 13 years. Spectacular. We also had news in October. I believe it is Halloween. That was when Satoshi actually wrote the white paper for Bitcoin, but then it came into existence today. So that's, I'm not even being sarcastic. That's actually quite significant because we probably would not all be here talking about this if this event had not taken place. On top of that, there we go. It says Bitcoin and Ethereum last line of defense, kind of a turn in news. YFI accelerates at the moment. The market is, realistically the same as where it was just about yesterday. Maybe even down by a couple of, $100 if you want to make it spicy. There's a lot of talk. As always, this is never not going to be a talk as far as where prices are going to go, how high they could potentially go, where the market looks like it's leaning at the moment. It says Ethereum showing strength over Bitcoin. Will it outperform once again in 2022? Probably. If the market does indeed do well and Bitcoin's price does go up, we have seen historically that Ethereum usually, always, tends to outperform Bitcoin at least percentage-wise. So Bitcoin will go up by 14%. Ethereum goes up by around 38% at the exact same time. So I guess, sure, I assume any type of strength, I meant to do air quotes, but they're there, that we're seeing in the market at the moment, Ethereum side, probably has to do with the fact that the price hasn't completely collapsed. We were hearing many other times before that I believe the number to look out for was 3,400 per Ether. I think we're at 3,600 or something like that, somewhere around there. I think we fell down, bounced back up. There's also the renewed interest as the clock has turned, and we are now in 2022, which still doesn't sound like a real year for some reason. And everyone is now anticipating over the next, what is that? 3, 6, 4, 12, next 24 weeks. Sounds like a long time. Next 24 weeks, we should allegedly have Ethereum 2.0 by then. On top of that, for some reason, this was also still news, even though this is slightly news I missed news. It says a Bitcoin whale initiated a $466 million Coinbase transfer as large Ethereum and XRP holders emerge. That is not to Coinbase, that is from Coinbase. Normally, for those of you who are relatively new here, hello, or may have been here for a while, here's a bit of a refresher. The idea is, and multiple ideas, that if cryptocurrencies are being taken off of cryptocurrency exchanges, it usually means that people are trying not to sell their coins. They want to hold onto their coins and or custodian them in their own right, and therefore have no immediate plans to sell them, which is usually seen as very bullish for the market. Also, the inverse is also true. If people are dumping coins onto the cryptocurrency exchange, we can assume this is where they're trying to sell. However, Usually a lot of times, I've been here for a while, just throwing it out there, not bragging. It's more of I have seen A to Z for this market. A lot of times, if there is a gigantic transfer to a cryptocurrency exchange, whether it be Kraken, Binance, or Coinbase, it's usually Coinbase that has all the, people looking at its transfers and stuff like that. The idea, or even sometimes the price of the market will actually dip a little tiny bit because people are like, oh no, someone's about to sell. But they never usually sell. The news is about a week and a half later that those coins left the exchange. The assumption being that this person who is rather wealthy, we're going to call them a whale, usually puts their coins onto a cryptocurrency exchange knowing that other people are looking at the movement of these coins and therefore assuming that they're going to sell. Other players in the market begin to sell off their coins, and then guess what? Usually that same exact wallet, because you've heard the noise multiple times, that same exact wallet ends up buying more coins, which is usually slightly relative to the amount of people who were selling. And then the coins leave the cryptocurrency exchange. Crazy, right? It's not like this hasn't been happening for the last 7 or so years. So this was also quite popular news. Anytime that there's any type of whale movement, people always lose their minds in anticipation for some type of heavy drop. I think cryptocurrency news websites kind of get a little bit of a kick out of it because they're able to try and scare you into selling your own coins. But once again, if you've been here before, you know my mantra. Stop it. Just sell if you need to sell. Like if you are at that point in your life, we're like, listen, I'm tired of this market, or you got diapers to buy or new Honda, I don't know whatever. That's when you sell. But anyway, besides that, I can't tell you what to do with your money. So that's also in the price news. And also in the price news, it says crypto market eyeing explosive rally in the first week of this year. Here's why. The idea being, for some reason, nobody knows why, every year for the past, I believe, 5 years, the first week of January is normally quite bullish, movementy. Prices end up going up quite a lot. I don't know why I can't find the proper words right now. That's kind of the idea. So therefore, this first week, starting on Monday, is supposed to be quite good for the market. Not holding my breath. I believe all things will happen in due time. This market has been incredibly confusingly, frustratingly weird over the last 3 to 4 months. Based on all actual metrics, we should be well above an 80, 85,000, nay, dare I say a $100,000 Bitcoin at this point. But alas, this is just where we currently are. So yeah, that's all the price news. Bitcoin's been around for 13 years. Ethereum looks like it's gaining steam compared to Bitcoin, and Ethereum 2.0 explosive rally and all that kind of jazz. Yeah, that's all the price news, relatively. And yes, let's move on. Next up, in super mega popular why is this happening news, Samsung apparently plans to jump on the NFT bandwagon with the next series of its smart TVs. The spectacular growth of the non-fungible token sector has reached the electronics giant Samsung. The Korean company said it will integrate a new NFT aggregation platform on its smart TVs starting this year. The announcement, dated the 3rd of January, outlined several updates that Samsung plans to incorporate in its new series of televisions. The NFT aggregation platform will come with several features that will allow customers to view their digital collections. It will be available on Samsung's micro LED Neo QLED and the frame models, and will also enable users to directly buy NFTs from their TV. We are in the future. So Samsung has been around for not around, but in the cryptocurrency space for quite a long amount of time. I'm pretty sure that they were one of the companies who created the first blockchain phones, and they tried to do a blockchain wallet phone where basically, hey, I got the phone and you could run a node for a coin in the background and also have a cryptocurrency wallet on it. I didn't think it was a good idea. I told a lot of people I wouldn't be buying that phone anytime soon. I think it was I think it was also like $1,000 for the phone, and I was like, you've got to be joshing me. That's not going to be happening anytime soon. I have stuff to invest in. Anyway, the point is, yeah, so Samsung's TVs this year are gonna be supporting NFTs. I actually had this discussion. Here's the actual announcement right here. I had this discussion with a couple of friends because I was like, I think it would be kind of cool to like actually show like if my show my NFTs like on the TV, like constantly passing back and forth. Buying NFTs from my TV in 2022 was not something I thought I was going to be able to do, but alas, here we are. Will I be doing it? I don't know. It seems kind of weird. If I can do it from my current TV, that'd be great. I don't think I'm going to be buying a brand new TV just so that I could do the same exact thing that I'm doing on OpenSea, but that's also just my buying policy. Anyway, that's the Samsung launches first smart TV with NFT browsing and trading. Okay, that's where it gets a little weird because okay, hold on. I'm terrified. I do not know if it is going to be this way, but if you're able to trade, buy, and I sell NFTs through the TV, I assume there might be some type of a like a KYC kind of thing going on, and that's just I don't feel comfortable giving my TV my life just so that I can buy an NFT. It seems a little weird. Anyway, I'm sure tons of people are going to be using this. If it's a hit, we will hear about it as always about 6 months later. And then if it's a hit, they'll continue doing these. I haven't heard anything about the blockchain phones. Maybe they're just so mainstream. Does someone out there have a blockchain node phone? I'm sure one person does. Out of all the people who watch every single day, there's one person who's looking at their phone right now, and the node is running in the background. You can say it. It's okay. Anyway, that's the Samsung news. Awesome. And yeah, let's move on. Next up, also in the news, this is a really weird news segment. For those of you not looking at the screen, it says Vitalik Buterin over the past decade. How right or wrong was he? With a little finally a question mark. And there's a photo of him that looks like he's annoyed or peeved. I've actually seen this interview. He's just scratching his eye. So they chose this time to screenshot it to make it seem as if he's like, oh gosh, I've done something terribly wrong. For some reason, in the news, there was a lot of Vitalik Buterin stuff going on, where apparently he had an interview and someone was asking him, how did he feel about the last 10 years? For those of you who do not know, it is said that Vitalik Buterin was an original Bitcoin, not designer, coder, worker on the projector. And then at some point he realized that they could upgrade it and make it a lot better, quicker, faster, and do a lot more things with it. The team allegedly, so we've heard, said no. And he basically moved and made his own coin, which is Ethereum. But for some reason, like a lot of the websites were talking about like what he got wrong specifically and how he should have done better. And I'm like, I'm certain that the people who wrote these articles didn't even know what a Bitcoin was about 4 or 5 years ago. So anyway, Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin has summarized his crypto-related predictions over the last decade, revisiting his past stances towards various subjects and making a verdict on whether he now thinks he was right or wrong. Basically going on Bitcoin and adoption, if it would be adopted. He said he was generally correct. He spoke about a couple of countries years ago that he thought would adopt it first. I think one of them was correct, and that appears to be Argentina. He was talking about the upgrades to Ethereum. You've heard me say this thousands of times, and I'm actually quite, it's not a feeling of vindication, but it's like a it happened-ication kind of thing. When Ethereum was first revealed, I mean thousands of years ago, the idea was that they'd be able to have the upgrades for Ethereum within a couple of months. It was expected that by 2017, that we would already have Ethereum 3.0, and then the end, by 2022, we'd be on some other type of planet thing right now. So he said, my predictions for 2015 of when we will get proof of stake and sharding, honestly, these were very wrong and worth laughing at. I'll share a screenshot of one of my presentations from 2015 so everyone can laugh more easily. I've been trying to find this for years. If you've been here for over a year, you've heard me talking about so many times that whenever we got, even 2021, anytime we ever got any kind of news as to when Ethereum 2.0 was coming out, I would always laugh before because I'm like, well, add in about 4 or 5 more months to that because I know that it's not going to happen. Here we go. I'm so happy he finally actually put this out there. The idea was that we were supposed to have had by 2017 full Ethereum 2.0, 3.0, and then we're supposed to be on a full world computer right now. So I'm glad that finally emerged, if you will. Also talking about that we still don't know when proof of stake is going to be happening. It's apparently second quarter of 2022. Basically it was him being a person and him talking about, this is what I was talking about. This is what could have been. I'm sorry, I got that incorrect. But a lot of websites were really like, well, maybe he should have learned a little bit more before making Ethereum. And it's like, you can't probably even spell Ethereum. Like, I don't understand why there's so much hate. He's probably, if you want the honest truth, out of all the people I've seen in this space, he is probably the most genuine person. And really, not even joking. I won't tell you exactly why, because it's his personal life, not anything nefarious, but it's more of a, if you've seen him talk or seen him speak, he doesn't really have a filter. And he tells you exactly how it is, what it is, and exactly what's going on. So he's telling the truth simply because I feel like he can only tell the truth, if that kind of makes any sense. Anyway, so yeah, people were also talking about his tweet storm. I think it was more of a year end kind of like, hey, this is what's going on with the entire space. So Vitalik Buterin was quite popular news. I think it's just kind of this way across the entire cryptocurrency space. I was going to say I don't understand why there's so much hate for him, but there's hate for any type of figurehead within the cryptocurrency. People don't like me. I'm shocked. I thought I was the most neutral. I don't start fights on Twitter. I don't do anything to all these people, but people out there on Twitter have sent me conversations from Reddit or from even other YouTubers talking smack about me. I don't even know these people. I don't know them at all. I don't even watch their channels. But I think people who are bored with their own lives try to start fights with other people. Oh gosh, I almost said the name of one of them. Anyway, the point is, yeah. So Vitalik Buterin was just being a person, got some stuff right, got some stuff wrong. This was super popular news. I'm not really sure why. And yeah, let's move on. Also, in the news, Bitcoin has gone mainstream after it's debuted in the Merriam-Webster Scrabble dictionary. The cryptocurrency has seen its usage soar and is now increasingly becoming part of the everyday lexicon. So, the news was that Bitcoin has been added to the Scrabble dictionary. I'm not really sure why this was news, because maybe they got the numbers wrong. Apparently, it was actually added in 2011, and now it's, I really can't understand why this was popular or why this even made it into the actual news. I remember 2013 or 2014 when Bitcoin made it into the actual dictionary. I think even the word YOLO made it into the dictionary, and many other hilarious things that we've heard from over the years and no one's really saying anymore. But alas, yeah. So if you're playing Scrabble, apparently it has 11 points in the game. And I guess the news, I would find it more significant if Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP, and Shiba Inu. No, Shiba Inu is a real thing. Can't think of any other weird names. I don't really know. Anyway, the point is, yeah. So get your Scrabble on. I know there's somebody out there listening to this. Hello to you, who got really excited when I said Bitcoin and Scrabble, and has probably run to a closet to go take that game out to go play it today, knowing that they can now use the word Bitcoin. Invite your friends over, have a little shindig. Anyway, that's the Bitcoin word news. The cryptocurrency space is interesting. If nothing else, if in 5 years, if nothing else happens, we'll be able to tell our friends and family we were part of the most ridiculous news community space on the planet. I mean, nothing gets weirder than this. That's the Bitcoin news. Scrabble. And let's move on. Next up, also in the news, Israel's central bank has informed local banks that they may no longer refuse to accept profits generated from cryptocurrency activities. Now, it sounds nice, but it's actually a little more governmenty. So throughout the course of 2017, mid till 2018, a lot of people were reporting that they were not allowed to open up bank accounts. Every time they went to a bank and said, hey, I want to open up a bank account, and they would say, for some reason, the banks were like, what are you using it for? And they're like, money. If you mentioned cryptocurrencies, they would say, no, I'm sorry, we can't do business with you. Or the banks were actually locking out people from their accounts and completely freezing them if at any point they had actually sold some kind of crypto and the money went to their website. If they saw in your bank statement that you had sent money from Coinbase, your account got frozen. So a lot of banks, even more so around the world, began to announce, because these people have nothing better to do with their lives, began to announce that they simply would not deal with cryptocurrencies at all. Anyone who had profits from crypto, don't even think about touching our bank. I think JP Morgan, the guy, he has hair, the face, Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan Chase even announced, you can find it. He said any employee, I think, of JP Morgan Chase who is caught using crypto, even on their own personal time, will be fired. And it's like, what? You're not going home with these people, so like, have a seat. Of course, this was all reversed because every single bank has been into crypto since around 2014. So they were all lying in the first place. So the idea is, I assume there were some banks in this country on the screen who were still not accepting cryptocurrency profits from people. This central bank said, no, you have to accept it. So it sounds nice, but if you read a bit further, it actually has to do with any type of AML, anti-money laundering, know your customer kind of thing, because people are making very big money from the cryptocurrency space. In 2017, people were making pretty big money, but it was 14, 15, 16,000. But as the years have actually gone on, people are now trying to cash out millions of dollars. Well, what happens as a government if you, as a bank, if you don't allow someone to put $1 million into your bank account, you look a little redonkulous. So also the countries want to know who is cashing out that much money and how much taxes they also have to pay as well. So I read through the beginning of it and I was like, oh, that's kind of nice. And I was like, oh, okay, it's just governments being governments. So yeah, this was also quite popular news. I do not read Hebrew, but I assume this is it, as this was the actual link to the thing that we were just, okay, apparently that's it. I guess I have to click here. No, I'm not going to click there. Anyway, that's the, sure. Why not? Seems believable news because, that's just how banks work. I find it incredibly odd that any bank anywhere on the planet, I can't imagine being a bank, knowing that someone is trying to leave $1 million with me and me being like, oh, I'm sorry. No, take your business elsewhere. I don't get it. Anyway, oh my gosh, yeah. Remember years ago when all these cryptocurrencies were trying to also become banks? That's where it came from. If you remember, when all these people couldn't cash out their coins, I think Litecoin acquired a bank or something like that. And many other coin projects were also buying entire banks. What a really weird time. I wonder what happened to all those banks. Is anyone actually using them? And without further ado, I forgot about Litecoin Bank. Type in Bytecoin. Litecoin buys a bank. I'm sure you'll find it. All right, let's move on. And to finish things off, Glassnode has recently reported that the number of wallets that hold Ethereum on their balance has set a new record. It noted that these wallets without a non-zero balance has continued to grow throughout the year of 2021 and has seen a surge of over 30% from the previous high from 2020. There are now currently 71 million wallets that have at least some Ether inside of it. Cool. Wonderful. appreciate that the cryptocurrency, I'm joking. Anyway, no, I mean, this happens all the time. We've also gotten this metric for Bitcoin before as well. Usually the idea is that more and more people would continue to get into the market, and therefore this is why the amount of wallets grows. But it's also a very good metric to be able to see, oh, hey, we actually have more wallets than the previous year. Right. Not really much more to dive into this, but I hope this continues. It would bode well for many of our wallets if the amount of people on the planet continue to get into crypto. So wonderful. Alrighty. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters, Professor Wally from Gunbot University, Jamie Saad, Blockchain Simplified, and let's move on. Chris, Hakeem Wilkins, Empire Queen, Stake It With Valor, FUDWISER, Mortified, Roman Geba, Bitcoin Ben, Arachno Dave, Tony Ambrosi, The Dealer's Den, Red Plump Tomato, Umnu, Wish Nikki, The Letter M, Not Brain, Captain Something in the Z-Way, Lay, Crypto, Black Sheep, AJ Cut 5, Speedy655, and Carlos Was Like, Mobarazi, Jojo, Shawshow, VB Nerd, 21, Miguel Grolay, Lauren De Silva, Quoted, Biddy, Bare Bones Mining, Troy Allgood, Space Case, Need a Miracle, Paternoster, Conan, Don't Skip Leg Day, Snacky Chan, Tolik Banana, Auspicious Agile, and Blockchain, Navarro Williams, David James, Attila Dahan, Yasha Harari, Utopia 569, Moonman High, XRP, Martin Storia, Nostromo, John Sarson, The Animal Reader, A Bibliophobia, Todd Mullis, Adam Graysick, Moha Maroni, Master Ventures in Thailand, Jared Schneider, Wise Knight Owell, 242 to the World, Bankroll Network, Crypto Artist, Cole D, 3D, Damien, Setsuna, Richie Rich III, Vlad the Impaler, Paxis, Nick Mangiela. Someone actually wrote Paxis, I think, on Twitter or somewhere, and I could hear the actual whisper as they said it. It was the weirdest thing in the entire world. Nick Mangialavodi, Jim Gardner, Jeremy Fox, Minting Coins, Miller Hitch Test Every Day, and Kyle Skips Leg Day. Yes to Crypto. Bodie McBoatface, Anytime Fitness, Monk's Corner Staff, Bake Me a Cake, Tigara Macho Nisa, On Crypto with Lionel, Crayola Michelle, URL, and Bolero Bastos. Thank you all very, very much for your continued support. Thank you for your support going into 2022. Thank you to everyone who is a member of the channel. Thank you to all the new Patreon members. Thank you to everyone who, over the last 4 years that this channel has been around, who has left a like, who has left a comment, or comments. Special thanks to all the people who literally at one point wrote out the entire alphabet in 26 different messages. I mean, gosh darn it. Thank you very much for, that's a lot of support. Thank you for that. Thank you to everyone who is still here listening to me ramble about this ridiculous market. At the Memento, Bitcoin is currently at 47,185. Okay. US dollars. I don't know what these spikes keep happening for. There's always these mega spikes, mega spike. And then for some reason, there's an immediate slam down. This is probably like the 18th one that we've seen over the last 2 months. Is it that money's pumping into the market and then being sold immediately? Are there whales behind the scenes who are trying to get people to buy? I'm not really sure, but the movements are so coordinatedly manipulated that it's just a little bit too on the nose at this point. Lunaterra is up by 3.7%. Polkadot is up by 2%. Unicorns are up by 9%. I assume something happening behind the scenes. Chainlink is up by 5.9 percentile points. Cosmos is up by 6 percentile points. Lumens is up by 2. Axie Infinity is up by 2.3 percentile points as well. I have no idea what Compound Ether is. I don't think I want to ask. They have $500,000 trading volume. I don't think it's healthy for me to even ask what that is because we're probably not going to see it again. Helium is up by 3.4%, and it makes sense because it's helium. Clayton is up by 7%. Aave is up by 10 percentile points as well. That's about it. Yeah. We'll see where this week takes us because I assume it's going to be a doozy. I just feel it. Does anybody else feel like that this year is going to be like a very weird year? And I mean like more weird than 2020. Something in the air. I don't know what it is. I'm feeling an odd resurgence of nonsense that's going to be popping up. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope that you all are having a great new year, hopefully. A great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, supporting, clicking, watching, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.